What's up, good and wonderful folks? I'm glad you was able to join us. Today we are focusing on Presence XT inside of Studio One 3. I am your host, Ellip from ksound.com, and we do these every Thursday, live every Thursday. It used to be 12 p.m., but we bumped it up to 11 p.m., all right? So I hope you guys were able to chime in right now, listening to us, watching me do what I do, whatever. Listen, I love doing this. This is what I do, and I hope to help people in their production. And you guys got questions. This is what these shows are for. I created these shows to reach out to you guys, interaction with you guys, interacting with you guys. You know what I mean? Any questions you guys may have, I can answer those questions live. Now, right now, I'm just going to pull up my comment section so that I can see your comments as they come in, so that I won't forget or not forget, so that I won't miss your questions, because your questions is definitely very, 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 very important. And again, this is why we do this, so that we can get these questions and answer them live for you. That's what makes the show. That's what make it run. So oftentimes I get questions throughout the week about different things regarding production, and I'm gonna try to address some of those questions. I've been getting questions lately, and specifically I got a couple of questions for Presence. I've been getting them, quite some time. It's been a few times where I gotten questions through the email, and questions on the videos and things of that nature. So I definitely want to take this time out and show you guys some things inside of Presence. All right. Feel free to visit the website, subscribe to the website, put your email there. When you scroll, there should be a email box that pops up that allows you to put your email in there. I want you guys to subscribe, as we always try to alert you guys on different things we're doing. I have several courses also on the site. Want you guys to check out. You need more assistance, more tips and tricks in production. There are several things. I have the mixture of Logic Pro and Studio One, but since Studio One is the new thing that I'm into now, there are beginning to be more things that I'm doing in Studio One specifically. But that is not to say that whatever dog you guys are using, you can't use the techniques or what I mean. It's pretty much essential, but is really beneficial to the person who owns Studio One, because you can just follow along. But I'm also using other plugins, so it's like, if you have the same plugins, I guess it works. All right, so check those out. Go ahead and subscribe now, and let me know, let me know what you guys thinking. There's a contact section. If you got questions like everybody else, put your comments and whatever you want to say in the email, and I'll get it and I'll respond to you really quickly. I try to do my best responding to emails. All right. So the focus right now is Presence XT, right? Presence XT is more so an acoustic instrument, and what I mean by that is basically you got strings, you got your bass in here, you got your brass, you got pianos in here, pianos, you got your violins, consider strings, violins, violas, cellos, that type of thing. There's also synth in here and vintage keys in here as well. You got Vox in here, you got Voodoo One Sense in here. You got some wind sounds in here. You got your brass section, your alto sax, clarinet, baritone, tenor sax, soprano sax. You got a harmonica in here. God, you got your whole acoustic section in here. You got drums as well in here. I forgot to mention that. Did I mention bass? Yeah, your bass is going to be more so like your electric bass, or your 6-string bass, or your fretless bass, which is the same as electric bass. Your E bass is also upright bass in here, and you got a vintage bass in here. We can go through some of these sounds as we go along, but I've began to put something together. I was working on something, and I said, you know what, let's talk about this live. All right. So I hope you guys can hear me, and been dealing with the delay issue for a while, and I'm trying my best to fix that issue. There's been a recent release. As a matter of fact, I updated on my system just a few minutes ago. I don't know if that fixed the problem. I may have to do some adjusting, but I know that my lip sync is very off, and there's no way I can really fix that because these are live shows, and I'm going through a third-party app to stream live like I do. But my videos, when I upload, all of my tutorials, those seem to sync up perfectly. But I appreciate you guys for bearing with me so far. I think that's dope. You guys bear with me. You still ask questions, and you know what I mean? And I still get likes on some of the videos. So I definitely appreciate that. All right, so this is what I have so far. I left it really bare minimum because I wanted to build on it on the show, and and if I have questions, and it also gives me, if I have questions, I will answer them. But what I was gonna say, this also gives me the chance to show you guys, what Presence is all about. Now, as you can see so far, Presence is just like Mai Tai. All right, Mai Tai is another instrument here. I could pull this up right below here and show you sort of like the comparison. They both favor each other as far as like features and things. And I've shown this in one of my other videos before, but just to remind you guys, they have a lot of similarities. You got your amp envelope over here, envelope two. On Mai Tai, there's an envelope 3 here in this section. There's not one here in Presence, but you got this section right here, your filter section, which is pretty much the same. You got your cutoff, and then you got a cutoff over here. Then you got the drive punch resolution, I believe that's what that is. And you got your velocity, and then your key, you know what I mean? They pretty much all the same. Now, because this is specifically a synth, Mai Tai is specifically a synth, is going to have LFO functions. No, it has LFO functions over here too, but the oscillator functions is what I was really trying to say. You got the oscillator functions over here, and as you can see in Presence, there's not an oscillator function in here. At least I don't see one, but there are some synths in here inside of Presence as well. But Presence has more so like an analog type synth, more so your older style synth, you know what I mean, coming from like hardware like the Moog or things like that around that era, more so when hardware was prevalent, you know what I mean. You had the different synths, and it has all these different, and there's like all types of them, all types of knobs and faders and things you can plug into and reroute to other places, you know what I mean, just to make up really cool synth sounds, you know what I mean. But you got Mai Tai here, which is a Studio One stock thing, and so let's listen to what I have here. And again, I hope you guys can hear me. Okay, so as you can hear, I have a cello staccato sound here, which sounds pretty darn good, if I must say so myself. It sounds very close to the real deal. I use Kontakt Library a lot, all right? I love Native Instruments. You guys already know that. I'm a Native Instruments fan. I own the Maschine Studio. I also have the Maschine, the MK1, just to show you guys how far back I go. I've owned the Maschine 1 when the Maschine 1 was the only thing out, you know what I'm saying? And then they came out with the Micro, you know what I'm saying? And then they came out with the MK2, You know what I mean? So, you know, I've been around and played around with the machine. And by the way, I have a course on my website, ksound.com, specifically for you machine users. If you want to learn more about how to function, you know, the machine and making beats, making dope beats or whatever, you can do a lot with the machine as far as making beats, and then turn around and add effects. You can add automation. That was another question on one of my videos. Yes, you can automate effects inside a machine without a doubt. All right, you could definitely do that. All right, but anyway, I have complete Ultimate 9. I haven't went to 10 yet. I don't know. I just didn't get a chance to update my library, but it's coming soon. Probably in 2016, I'll be back on here giving you guys a review about my thoughts. It will be a late review because 10 has been out. It's about ready for 11. I guess I was kind of waiting for 11 to come out and just go for the gusto when 11 comes out. But as you can see, I am a real. I own several kits. You know, throughout time for machine, and you know, I use Kontakt a lot. It's a religious thing for me to use Kontakt in my music or whatever. But for you guys that don't have access to Kontakt, you know what I mean? You know, here is an awesome alternate solution for you guys. You can definitely do some really cool stuff. Like I say, as I click on this drop down tab here, the drop down menu, you have everything already tagged up perfectly, making some really cool stuff. So anyway, what I wanted to do right off the bat when I was creating this, I was like, you know, let me add an EQ in here for this this choir sound that I added here, because I felt like it was too much. It was muffled. I want to kind of bring it out some. It's too much 5K here. Bring some 2K in here. Yeah. Okay, let's mute the. So I have two instances of Presence right now, just so I can show you guys, you know, side by side, you know, what's going on. And by the way, if you don't know how to get two windows up at the same time like I do, all you have to do is hit this pin button here at the top that says keep editor open. It's just right here at the top of the plugin. You just click on that, and then it allows you to keep this open while you double click another plugin, and that will open as well and stay in the same view as the other, you know. So that's how you do that. Because at first I'm like, man, you know, I like to have several plugins open at the same time because I'm doing several things, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? That's kind of, you know, what I'm used to, the workflow I'm used to. But just listen to this. I'm not a keyboard player, but you know, I do know sound. I can identify sound, and to me, I was a part of an orchestra band before, you know, and I was next to these instruments, and I know how these instruments sound. This sounds close to real to me. That's very accurate. Now this here, this F, It sounds compressed, which is fine by me. Yeah. So let's go to another sound. I'm gonna delete this one here. This wait. How about that? How about we just undo you? All right. So yeah. So let's pull up another instance of presence, and I'm just gonna keep just going like that in that frame, that mindset. We're gonna keep those and add on to that. Where okay, here's presence. All right, so I guess I can use this track to see what we come up with next. I'm actually thinking about drums. I kind of want to put like this hip hop style to it, but just check this out. So I'm in strings, right? You click on strings. It's this tab. The folder opens up. It expands, right? Then when you click on the folder again, everything is broken down according to the articulations. All right, you got crescendo, you got the full cellos, you got the legatos, you got the pizzicato, you got staccato, and then tremolo. I want to see what the crescendos are. I know what the crescendos are, but I want to see how well they sound. I never played with them before. Oh, okay. I can use that. I can use that. I've never heard it articulated like that. Cool. You know, it just gives you ideas, and then of course the full will be, the full will be sustained, I would think. Yeah. And the good thing about these instruments, well, let's see what the legato sound like. Oh, legato will be sound like it's. You can only legato will be like your poly, you know what I mean? No, not poly, but monophonic. You can't play chords in legato, but inside of Kontakt, you can play chords in legato. But I think that I feel like the terms are just different here. You know what I mean? Legato inside of Kontakt, you can definitely play chords in legato, but on here, I believe legato is probably like your solo, because you can play one note at a time. Because if I go to full, then I can play a note. So full cello inside of Kontakt will actually be your legatos, I believe. But there's really nothing in here to say solo and give you that solo sound like Kontakt. So that's one thing, if we can compare, Now, the pizzicato sounds a little bit generic to me, but sound like there's a chorus on it. And I guess it depends on the instrument as well. Let's see if we was to go to something more like violas and pizzicato. Let's see what that sound like. Also, the other thing I like about this is Studio One has the correct range where you're supposed to be, and it would be more so like what it would sound like on, like, if you're scoring, you know what I mean? Like, you need to be in the correct range. You can't be like, all 88 keys if you have one playing a viola or violin or cello. You know what I mean? It's a certain point where things cut off. You know what I mean? And the reason why they do that is to, in case you need to transfer this stuff over to score on a chart. You know, everything is already, and then it helps you to stay, even if you don't know where the range of an instrument is. It's like you can't go past a certain point on your keyboard to get those sounds, which is a good thing, because it helps you stay where you're supposed to be as far as that particular instrument. You know what I mean? To help make your production sound as real as possible. Got a question. Minkase, mine or Min. I'm not sure if I pronunciate your name right, but I'm just gonna call you Min or Mink. But anyway, his question was, what keyboard are you using? Right here, I have a Nectar Impact LX49. That's what I'm working with. This keyboard is lightweight, and when I say lightweight, it's definitely lightweight. It has 8 pads, 8 drum pads on it. All right, I rarely use those. I may use them for triggers or something like that, but them pads are very dusty. I do not use them at all. I just don't. And then it has 8 reassignable knobs up here, and then there's 9 faders on it. Being the 9th one is your master fader, and then you have buttons right up underneath it, 9 buttons up underneath it, and then there's a bank button here that you can switch, and then you got your regular transport. Not transport. Well, there is a transport section up here. Your play, stop, record, and I use this. Now I use them functions religiously. It makes it easy because I'm not a keyboard player, so I got my hands already mapped out, and then I just kind of come up here and just boom, and just do my thing. And then I can, the driver, the latest driver, you can, as long as you have the latest driver for this here, you can, it pretty much does it for you. Once you install it, everything works. I can switch between patches. I hit shift patch, and it actually goes to the next. It goes to the next instrument. By the way, viola tremolos. So that's cool. So basically this thing is really nice because it is already sort of mapped out to use with Studio One. I believe you can also use this with Reason as well. Reason is another one that is completely mapped out for. I believe Cubase is another one. Reaper is another one. Logic is one. I believe Pro Tools is on there as well. But yeah, this works great. It's lightweight. It's semi-weighted. That's a Christmas song. Another question: how it's pronounced like mink and ice? And I actually said that. I was like, about mink and ice. Mink and ice, pretty cool. Mink and ice. Mink and ice. Nice name. That's what's up. Okay, I got another one. I'm not gonna try to pronounce your name. But he says, in short, tell me your opinion about Persona's Eris E5s. I will answer that question in just a second. Could you repeat the name of it or type it in the chat or something? I didn't quite catch that. Okay, I can definitely type that in the chat. No problem. I have that ability to do that, to communicate with you guys like that. So it's basically what this is a Nectar It's a Nectar Impact. Yeah, just making sure my spelling is on point. Nectar LX49. All right, I'm getting ready to send that now. All right, so I hope you see that. Nectar, actually I spelled Nectar wrong. It's actually spelled N-E-K. I'm sorry about that. It's N-E-K-T-A-R. That's how you spell it. Yeah, I totally screwed the spelling. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's lightweight. When you pick it up, it feels like a toy. But for me and what I do, I think it's great. I used to have a fully weighted keyboard. Those feel really great, but for what I do, the style and the direction that I'm headed in, this is more so for like synth action, and I find lightweight keys to be very, like, this is pretty cool. I mean, the feel of it feels cheap to me, in my opinion, but it works. I like it. I love it. It's lightweight. You know what I mean? It works. It just works. All right. All right. So I only have a couple more minutes. We can go through a few more. I can go through a few more sounds here. Actually, let's go ahead and build this beat like I said I was gonna do. Again, like I told you guys, these are live shows. You know what I mean? There's really not a mapped out situation, a map out show, because I like to answer questions live. You know what I mean? Mink Ice. Cool. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to screw your name up on the show like that. Mink Ice. But I see what you're saying. You was linking them together, Mink and Ice. So I'll put it together as Mink Ice. Gotcha. Cool. So I'm gonna pull up Impact. By the way, Impact is another sample. It's another Studio One. And the presets in here are just gorgeous. This is actually one I made myself. I call it the Ellip Drum. The drum kit hard. I like that. I've already have these sort of mapped out in it. So I'm gonna bring them all down because they kind of hot right now. Two, three, four. Forgot to turn my input quantize on, but I quantized already. Yep. I guess both those kicks is like the same thing. It's not supposed to be doing that though. Head it down. Yeah, there we go. Cool. All right, so I had this. Actually, we're gonna bring these drums in a little later, and we're gonna take this and duplicate this and move this back here. I don't know why I jumped all over the place like that. So I think, let's see. Let's move this right here. Because I think I want to repeat that there and then. All right. And something else just came up just now in my head. I don't remember what it was. What was it? Okay, so let's go to some other instruments in here. Let's play around with some of these bass. See what these bass sound like. So now you guys see what I mean by acoustic. Now looking at this, I'm seeing something on here. You guys see the red, whatever this is here? Now, I haven't played with this, but I want to say that might be key switches. So we're going to transpose down. No, not trans. Not transpose. Well, actually, an octave down. So, okay. Yep. Let's turn that up a little bit because I can't hear it. So if you press down this key, which is the C, CF, along with, and this is another one. I guess that key switch don't work. I'm not really sure what's that's for. I guess to stop something. This is like a plucking the tones or something. Pretty cool. Cool. Something like that. That's cool. That's cool. I just seen that and so, you know, we just going through some of the stuff here. Okay, 6-string bass, open, and so this one doesn't have key switches because I don't see any red down there, anything down here. So it's just empty. And what's pretty cool is it's this gray bar that's kind of hovering over the notes. I'm guessing that's letting you know where everything starts. So right here at this, I want to say, no, that's not C. In the this is actually that will be B0, and then this is C1. That's how I want to say that. B0 is the last key or the first key, and then comes, yeah. So 6-string bass open harm. Wow. That's cool. That's cool. And again, this doesn't have any key switches here. bass line. I'm not really sure what your question is. I'm really not sure how to pronounce your name. So I don't want to screw it up because it's yeah. I'm not gonna take a chance. But you said it's bass line with a question about. I'm not really sure what you were really asking. But vintage bass. What is that? Now this has key switches because I see the red down here. Yeah, just like the other one. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, so that's the bass. You guys got to get your hands on Studio One. I'm telling y'all, this thing is a beast. It's crazy. One of my favorite synths is Manti. I go to that thing all the time now. You know what I mean? Piano ballad, acoustic piano ballad. What's cool is it has these features right in the middle here. Sustained resolution, I guess that's what that is. It felt like it was an attack thing that kind of got more so in your face or something. Pretty cool. So with these here, it makes it sounds fuller, and you can toggle. There's a arrow toggling over to the next section, which are these envelope decays and release, hold, attack, which is cool. I can even play with this over here. Yeah, have less attack. You know, you just got to get in to play around and do whatever you can. I actually like this. I like this a lot. So these are your lead synths in here. You know? You know? It's pretty cool stuff. And automation, you already know. Maybe I could talk about that at a later date about how automation works, but this is, I believe, wait, let's hover over this, make sure that's, yeah. Well, it says bypass automation. Okay, oh, yeah, so when you click it, you can do automation in here. So as long as this is on, you can go anywhere. And like I say, you can actually map different things that you want to happen inside this plugin with your whatever keyboard that you're using, and you can actually map things out like that, which is pretty cool. So that's really pretty much the gist of the Presence XT. You know, it's just a lot of it's a lot of pretty nice sounds in here. And here's your analog synth, like I was telling you guys. Yeah, pretty cool. So this beat that I was beginning to build, I'm gonna actually go ahead and finish this later on. I'm not gonna finish it now. I probably finish this and submit it to TV. accidentally turned down the fader, moving my iPad around over here. Got another comment, says, sorry, was not live. I would like to hear opinions about bass. Let me answer that right quick. I'm really not sure how to answer that because I still don't understand your question. You want to know, hear my opinions about bass. What do you mean? Like the bass coming out of the presence? What I think about this bass, or like playing the bass, or like I don't know. I don't really follow what you're really trying to ask me. But if you're talking about my opinions about the bass out of here, I feel like the bass coming out of here will get the job done if you add and play around with some of the features here, and if you play around with some of the features here in Presence XT and add other plugins, to help fatten it up, because I didn't feel like it was fat enough to me. It sounds very thin and cheesy. So but I do like the tone that's coming out of here. And again, it's just regular, presets. Presets are just there to give you a start of something. And it's up to you to take the sound and do whatever you need to and make it your own, you know what I mean? But right out the box, the bass is probably not my best. It's probably wouldn't be my choice to go to. I'll probably go to Kontakt bass, you know what I mean, and playing it, with some stuff in there, because right out of the box, those things sounds amazing, especially that it's a vintage bass that I love using when I'm, going in that direction. And I can't, I believe it's I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, you guys, look, Presence is an awesome plugin. Right now, I'm using it to create this track here. And I encourage you guys to play around in here and see what you can come up with. It's a million features you can, you can definitely get in and do what you need to. I like it. There's always going to be some things that you like and some things you don't like. You know what I mean? For the most part, I like this plugin. It probably won't be the bass I mess with, but I didn't play with all the bass either. So, but it just really depends on what you're doing, style of music and what you're doing, you know what I mean? That type of thing. So I got to get out of here. I got some things. I got to head to a meeting, and I wish I could spend more time with you guys, but I got to head on out. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me today. It was a joy as always. I always have fun talking to you guys, answering questions. You guys always make me feel great. Check out the website. Again, visit the website, ksound.com. I have a lot of great things coming up, especially for the year 2016. So definitely make sure you subscribe, because I will be blogging about these things and sending out emails about what we're doing, what we got going on. And feel free. Ask me any questions you feel like, and I'll try to answer them the best way I can. All right. So until next time, till next Thursday, I'm going to be signing off. And as usual, I may just be uploading videos here and there, different tricks and tips as usual, All right. I'm going to get on off of here. Remember, music is art. You're the artist. Paint your picture. And go grab you some coffee right quick, too.